And as we come to the end of the school year for HISD, this is a big story now. We're taking stock of the state takeover, the most critical developments under new Superintendent Mike Miles.
Liliana Pearson is live for us in the newsroom. Liliana, you spent the day reading through a year's worth of coverage. What stood out to you?
Well, what really stands out to me is the number and how big these headlines were over the last year. And on paper, this certainly looks like it was a bumpy start to the takeover. But in a sit-down interview we recently did with HISD Superintendent Mike Miles, he says everything is off to a fine start.
I'm feeling great, positive. I think the year's gone well.
Within district headquarters, the message is a positive one, but there's no denying it's been a year steeped in controversy and mixed opinions, from polarizing performances put on by Miles himself,
Mr. Miles, I think his name is Mr. Miles,
to countless student walkouts. The year has been a chorus of strong opinions. After the official start of the takeover, June 1st, 2023, the controversial changes were immediate. Some schools switched to the controversial new education system, a model similar to the one Miles used while superintendent in Dallas. Part of that system intended massive pay increases for some teachers, but after budget meetings in 2024, big salaries and retention bonuses began to change for some non-NES teachers.
Our reaction to it is, well, we're appalled, but it's really business as usual under Mike Miles.
The NES system also brought the promise of more resources to some schools, but the transformation of some libraries into disciplinary centers and the ending of a contract that brought free Verizon Wi-Fi to some students and teachers pushed back on that idea.
I feel like I'm not doing it right, and I'm not doing this school year right.
ABC 13 Investigates also found at different parts of the school year, more teachers were leaving the district than ever before, and that more principals were being fired and reassigned under the new administration. Then in March of this year, 100 principals got put on notice that they may lose their jobs due to school performance. And in early May, an unknown number of principals, teachers, and support staff got letters saying that they would not be back the coming school year. Despite all this, Miles says he has a positive outlook for the coming year.
We've moved pretty fast, for sure, and I'm just impressed with the teachers and principals and the staffs to have done so much in this first year.
And Miles has also faced his own controversy recently after it was alleged that schools he started here in Texas were sending tax dollars to schools in Colorado that he had helped start. But Mike Miles is pushing back on that, saying that that's not true.
Liliana, we hear what Miles is saying. I think a question a lot of people have is what is going to determine Miles's evaluation himself and the success of the state TEA takeover as a whole?
Well, as far as evaluating Miles, we do know that he was put into place by the TEA, and they have not pushed back on any of the decisions that he has made. So from the outside, with no official statement from them, it seems like they're quite pleased with what he has done so far this first school year. And other experts that we have heard from universities, as they've talked about takeovers and how they work in the long run, they say it's just hard to know right away if the takeovers are going to be worth it, because you have to let these young students get all the way through high school to really see if these academic changes are going to stick and work after they graduate from the school system. I'm Liliana Pearson, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Liliana, thanks so much.